Hello, my name is Rob, and today I am making something with a giant apple. Hello, welcome to Rob's Randoms, a channel where I make videos about things that interest me. And recently my wife got 2 giant cooking apples from someone at her work, and so we're going to make something with it, something that I can then give a slice of back to that person as a bit of a thank you. It really is a huge apple. My wife doesn't want to be in this video, so she's just going to throw things at me when I need them. Like that. It's very fun. So yes, I've got 2 giant cooking apples and I thought, what can I do with them? And the internet is full of apple pie recipes, and I've already made an apple cobbler. So I looked on the internet and I found recipes for a French apple cake. So that's what we're going to make today. So I looked online and there's a bunch of different recipes for French apple cake. A suspiciously large amount of recipes for French apple cake online, actually. I suspect they're all just taking the same recipe and then everyone is just adding their own story at the start. You know, the bit that everybody skips over. So I found lots of different versions of this recipe. One of them suggested that it was a good idea to take the skins off. Obviously. A lot of them suggest to use rum. We're not going to use rum because we don't know that the person we're giving these back to likes alcohol. It's just easier to take out. One recipe suggested using Calvados instead, which I think is just the same recipe, but they've used Calvados. So I'm going to link in the description to a few different recipes that we're using, but they're all basically the same. And so let's get on and make an apple cake that is French. So, first thing we need is flour, I believe. Right, so we want 130 grams of flour. I'm sure some people will tell me that I need to sift that. I'm not going to, and I'm sure it's fine. Let me know in the comments if you are adamant you have to or don't have to sift flour. 1 teaspoon of baking powder.
No.
That's probably too much. It's probably about that much. 1 teaspoon of salt, and we'll mix that together. Now it's time for my stand mixer. And so in this goes eggs, sugar, vanilla extract. So we'll start with the eggs. You can do the sugar. If I was better at baking, I would crack the eggs directly into it, but I'm not. So we have 2 eggs. Quite a lot of sugar. How much was it?
200 grams.
200 grams of sugar. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, which I'm not going to measure.
Oh wait, do you not want it?
Let's just say it was about that much. And then we whisk that together.
Yeah.
We whisk that together. Cool, that is whisked. Now what?
Now we add half the dry ingredients into the egg mixture.
Is that right?
Yep, half the
Cool.
dry ingredients to the egg mixture and whisk to combine.
Now what?
Add the melted butter and whisk to combine.
Add all the melted butter.
Yes.
Okay. Then add the rest of that. Cool.
Now we need to add the apples.
Cool, right. Right, so that is the batter for the cake, because we're basically making the apple cobbler, except the cobbler isn't on top, it's got all the apple in with it, which I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be lovely, and so basically we cut all the apples up, we mix it in with all that, and then pour it out like a cake batter. So I need to cut all these apples up. I mean, they are just going to go in the bin, but if you know anything I could do with apple peel, let me know in the comments. Right, I'm also going to try one of these apples and just see how hard it is. I don't think this is a cooking apple. I think it's just a regular apple, try it. It's so big, I just assumed it was a cooking apple. It's just a regular apple. Well, either way, we still need to cut it up and stuff. Right, there we go, that's a load of apple. And now we need to mix it in with the batter. This probably isn't the right whisk head for this anymore. There you go, this will do. So that is our... Well, it should be a batter. I feel like we've got too much apple in there. Well, let's find out what it does. Let's go for like 170 maybe. Cool, so now we need to pour it into here. I think it's going to be more of a scrape, but we'll see what we can do. I don't know, that's pouring better than I thought. Yeah, there's a lot of batter right at the bottom. That might be the issue. Right, my wife's just had a very good idea of adding cinnamon to the top of it as well, because it hasn't got a whole lot of flavouring at the minute. So, go on then. Cool, there we go. So that is the cake. And the next time you see it, it will be baked. So here it is. This is our French apple cake. And I'm going to try it. I have no idea what to expect. It looks and seems very squishy and soft at the minute. I don't know if it's meant to be like that. Let me try and get a piece here. I mean, I can hold it in one hand. It's all right. That's quite a nice cake. Could definitely have more flavouring. It's a good thing we put the cinnamon on the top because there isn't a whole lot going on inside. It's quite cakey. It's got apple in it. It's not falling apart. It's a pretty good cake. Would I prefer it over apple pie? No. And let's face it, I really wish I'd made a apple cobbler with it. But I didn't. I've made this, and this is pretty good. If you've ever made this before and you've got tips or advice, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do click like and subscribe. Those buttons are over there somewhere. My name is Rob. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another random video very soon.